Hello, everyone. Welcome to International Royals TV. Thank you for clicking. Please subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Please thumbs up if you haven't already. Please check out our community tab and playlist section for King Charles III life history. And we also have other members of the royal family's life history in the playlist section and on the community tab. So today we'll be continuing on with session number 3, which is called Prince of Wales, and it will be broken down into few categories. Today we'll be focusing on military training career. It also has marriages and official duties, but we'll be concentrating on the military training career in terms of King Charles III life history. And if you have missed, we have previous sessions. We did session number 2, which is called Early Life, Family and Education, and then session number 1 was an introduction. So if you missed any of that, you can catch up in a specific playlist called King Charles III Life History. So let's go. Source I'm reading from today is Wikipedia, and we are doing session number 3, and it's called Prince of Wales. We are concentrating on military training and career. But let's start with Prince of Wales first of all. Okay, source I'm reading from is Wikipedia. Charles was created Prince of Wales and Earl of Chester on 26th of July 1958, although his investiture did not take place until 1st of July 1969, when he was crowned by his mother in a televised ceremony at Caernarfon Castle. I hope I've pronounced that well. The event was controversial in Wales amid rising Welsh nationalist sentiment. He took his seat in the House of Lords the following year, delivering his maiden speech on 13th of June 1974, the first royal to speak from the floor since the future Edward VII in 1884. He addressed the House again in 1975. We are continuing on with King Charles III, life history, and we are doing part 3, which is called Prince of Wales. Source I'm reading from is Wikipedia. Let's continue. Charles increasingly undertook public duties, founding the Prince's Trust in 1976 and traveling to the United States in 1981. In the mid-1970s, he expressed interest in serving as Governor-General of Australia, following a suggestion by the Australian Prime Minister Malcolm Fraser. The proposal was ultimately abandoned, owing to a lack of public enthusiasm. Charles later remarked, "So what are you supposed to think when you are prepared to do something to help and you are just told you're not wanted?" Source I'm reading from is Wikipedia. And now we are down to military training and career in terms of King Charles III's life history. Source I'm reading from is Wikipedia. Let's continue. Charles served in the Royal Air Force, RAF, and the Royal Navy during the 1970s. His military training began in 1969 in his second year at Cambridge, when he joined the Cambridge University Air Squadron and learned to fly the Chipmunk. He was presented with his RAF wings in August 1971. After the passing out parade that September, Charles embarked on a naval career and undertook a 6-week course at the Royal College, Dartmouth. He subsequently served from 1971 to 1972 on the guided missile destroyer HMS Norfolk and on the frigates HMS Minerva, is that Minerva, from 1972 to 1973, and HMS Jupiter in 1974. That same year, he qualified as a helicopter pilot at RNAS Yeovilton. Sorry, I'm not good at pronouncing some of these things. And during his helicopter training, completed commando instruction at the Commando Training Centre, Royal Marines at Lympstone. Charles then joined 845 Naval Air Squadron, a Royal Marines Air Support unit of the Fleet Air Arm, serving as a pilot aboard HMS aboard, not abroad, sorry, serving as a pilot aboard HMS Hermes and flying the Royal Marines Commando variant of the Westland Wessex helicopter. Charles spent his final 10 months of active naval service commanding the coastal minehunter HMS Bronington, beginning on 9th February 1976. He retired from active service later that year with the rank of commander. 2 years later, he undertook the parachute training course at RAF Brize Norton. Is it Brize or Brize? Brize Norton. RAF Brize Norton. Sorry if I haven't pronounced that well. Having been appointed Colonel-in-Chief of the Parachute Regiment in 1977 and was a member of Parachute Course 841A. Charles gave up flying after crash landing a BAE 146 in Islay in 1994. Source I'm reading from is Wikipedia. If you'd like to check any of this information, you can catch up on there. Let's continue. When, as a passenger, invited to fly the aircraft, he was at the controls. Wow. Luckily, he came out of that very well. Luckily, nothing drastic happened to him. That was quite dangerous for Heir of the Throne to be flying in such, conditions. Okay, let's continue. When, as a passenger invited to fly the aircraft, he was at the controls. A board of inquiry found the crew negligent. Source I'm reading from is Wikipedia, and we are talking about King Charles III life history. Today's session number 3, which is called Prince of Wales, and we concentrated on his military training career. Previous sessions we did was called Early Life, Family and Education, and previous to that we did Introduction. So if you missed out on any of those, you can catch up on the playlist section and on the community tab. Next session will be called Marriages, and we'll be talking about his marriage to Princess Diana and then his marriage to Camilla Parker Bowles after that. So thank you so much. Now I'd like to put up our poll question so that you can answer that. Feel free to interact. If you're just joining the live stream, you could rewind it to the beginning to hear today's session from what you've missed. I'll leave it running a bit longer so you can do that. Otherwise, you can catch up in the playlist section and on the community tab. So I'm going to put up the poll question now. Thank you so much for your time. Thank you so much for being here. And I shall see you later on for session number 4, which will be called Marriages. I'm very interested to learn about the marriages myself. As I'm doing this with you, I'm also learning myself. So thank you so much. Okay, let me pull up the poll question. Thank you so much, guys.